Image of Life, and we are everyday people. I'd like to welcome you all to the show. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Hightower with the Hightower School, and also Miss Kimberly is with him. We're going to get in touch with her and her testimony dealing with the CBD. But I want to give you all a brief introduction. And what really led me to do this interview is, one, talking with Mr. Hightower, and I was on his webinar last night, and the extensive information he gave on CBD sparked my interest, and also sparked my interest on money making, because you all know that I like to make money. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. And then on looking at the news, and they had a show about arthritis pain and the effects or the cure that was alleviating a lot of pain with the CBD that a lot of people were suffering from arthritis was using. It also amazed me, because I know elderly people and some that suffer from that, and they have this taboo about CBD, thinking it's a strong form of marijuana or a drug or whatnot. So I want to clear all of that up today, because we're going to do all about CBD with the teacher, Mr. Hightower. Welcome to the show, Mr. Hightower. How you doing today?
Hey, man. Thank you. I'm doing great, man. And thank you so much, man, for bringing us up on this show. I greatly appreciate it, man.
Yes, no problem. Now we're going to dive right into it. First of all, what is CBD?
CBD is cannabinoid, man. CBD is cannabinoid that derives from the hemp plant. CBD and marijuana come from the hemp plant. CBD is mainly for medicinal purposes versus the THC has a psychoactive effect. The CBD provides a lot of medical benefits to the body, and that's what it is.
Now, for those who are afraid of CBD with that stigmatism of marijuana, and they're saying, is this going to get me high? Or, can I use the CBD? Is it effective as far as pain use? Will it get you high? What are some of the things that can ease the nerves of those who are just hearing about it, and they might be on the sideline saying, I'm in this pain. Should I use it? How do you calm them down a bit?
Man, that's actually a great question. CBD has different effects upon the body. Depends on what type of CBD you're taking, depends on how you're taking it. Does it get you high? For the most part, it don't. But once again, it plays factors, because if it's full spectrum that has the terpenes, may have a little THC, it may get you high. But overall, most CBD without THC is not going to get you high. It may give you somewhat of a body effect. And that's the CBD isolate. So when you start talking about CBD and THC, it then from there alters the CBD. Mm-hmm. So in my personal opinion, professional opinion, CBD with a little THC is good, but once again, everyone can't take the THC, and everyone don't need the THC. So overall, CBD really don't get you high if it's a straight CBD isolate with no THC in it.
Great. Now, can you give us your background within the CBD culture for those who are listening to know that this is someone who has extensive knowledge on the subject?
Well, I've served this country more than 2 decades as a medic, emergency medical technician. Worked several level 2 emergency rooms, operated and supervised several medical clinics from internal medicine to pediatrics to acute care. Hold a master's in business administration with an emphasis in healthcare administration, as well as I was a patient myself that was on opioid medications through the military. And once transitioned from the military, I got tired of being on all these drugs and started seeking alternative holistic medicines and came upon CBD. And once I got upon CBD and cannabis, it pretty much opened my mind as well as helped my body overall, which actually helped me to make better decisions, in my personal opinion, when it comes to taking medicine. It went so far as my queen and I, we went all the way down to Honduras to Dr. Sebi's Usha village to learn more about the herbs. And that opened up my eyes even more. And actually watching her go through a lot of pain with lupus made me compelled to really help her get off these medications as well as just help with the lupus. So doing that also pushed us towards CBD, and just seeing the results from, you know, the less flare-ups she was having and getting off all the medication, it pretty much was a no-brainer to me for CBD and the healing properties.
Right, because to me, you are like the go-to person for not just the Black community, but just in general, that we can actually communicate with or put our hands on and get knowledge on CBD, because one aspect is the veterans. A lot of veterans suffer, whether it be PTSD or mental illness from actual being pain inflicted upon or witnessing pain being inflicted upon their fellow soldiers, and they come home and they're distraught. And can CBD help those mental problems that they may be suffering from?
Well, I believe so. Once again, I'm not a doctor, so
Right.
I can't give clinical and medical advice. So pretty much I speak from personal testimony as well as other testimonies. But yes, I really do believe it can. And once again, when you do research and you look at the benefits of CBD and how it connects to the other cannabinoids in the body and how it plays effect with the brain, I would say that it helped. But once again, I don't have enough scientific study to tell you, yes, for certain it does.
Right.
With my experience, I would say yes, and from others, yes, because, for example, just being straight with you, being on the CBD, do not have me wanting to go to bed 12 hours a day. It don't have me waking up groggy, feeling like I'm in a fog. Versus with the medication that gave all those side effects, and sometimes I didn't want to do anything.
Right.
It's almost like apples and oranges.
Right. And see, that's important. The reason why I asked that question is because now, after we deal with the veterans and they're coming home from the theater of war, and I personally believe, and from stories that I read on the many effects CBD have, now we move into young adults that may be witnessing something that took place in the streets, which is also considered a theater of war. You got all this violence, you got people witnessing deaths or whatever within their community or whatnot. And a lot of us, we don't believe in seeking therapy. They don't go to the psychologist or whatnot to get help in that instance. And I'm talking about from ages 18 on up. And they stressed out, diet is bad. I'm believing that CBD can help the community in a form of having a person calm enough to dialogue or be diplomatic in certain situations and take that stress up off of them, because stress is one of a number one killers within the community, along with bad dieting. And on that note, you can also add the CBD to your foods and whatnot, because the whole purpose is caring enough about people or humanity in general to offer them something that can benefit them as a whole, so they can be functioning within this society. And it's not, I want to say that the purpose is for healing. The purpose is not any negative type of stereotypes that's dealing with marijuana, because even though marijuana is a healing agent itself, but the negative propaganda from certain people within Congress, and let's say Texas, you got a lot of states that legalize marijuana, Colorado and California, but Texas is one of those states that's gonna be hard to crack. But we don't want to see the people suffering or taking trips down to Mexico to get certain prescriptions and the side effects for prescriptions. They can do the CBD and they can heal naturally, And so what I really want to do is I want people to go to your site or contact you to get involved in helping themselves or help us help you? You know, what is your call letters, I guess, to for where they can contact you or get more information dealing with this? Because if your big mama and your cousins and your aunties and whatnot open up to CBD, I personally believe they would suffer a lot less. So how can people reach you?
They can reach me at HoustonCBD.com, and that's Houston with an S, CBD.com. Houston CBD on Facebook. We're at the site. Them the main two ways you can reach me. Instagram, Houston CBD. And Brother Vince, I want to tell you, first of all, once again, thank you very much. And we need more people like you that's in the community, that's knowing what people are dealing with, because what you're talking about, as far as the veterans, as far as the people in the community, as far as people who don't have health care and insurance, all that plays a major factor when we're talking about CBD. If you realize and do the research and find out why they pretty much put CBD on a scheduled class 1, you'll realize it was part of pretty much keep good medicine at the hands of people.
Mm-hmm.
CBD is all, first of all, it's all natural. It's not chemically made. This is a naturally plant that provides so many benefits. So because of that, the government pretty much shut it down because they weren't making money off nothing natural.
Right.
And this is pretty much going to be the next big wave commodity that you're going to see probably in a long time. You probably ain't going to see nothing else like it as far as all natural. So because of that, that's a whole nother political thing why come it was on that CBD class 1 list. Now they took it off the class 1 list and pretty much the federal government has regulated. Now all the states have the advantage to put it on the ballot. Well, pretty much it's legal in all the states.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an issue between state and federal government.
Right.
And because it's a natural drug, the pharmaceutical companies can't make any money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, grandma and grandpa don't have to worry about spending all that money on the high prices of medication when you got something natural.
Right.
So it plays many benefits. Even with my co-host Kimberly Cooper, who's on here with the lupus, she can tell you the wonders that it have done for her when you talk about diet, because you had talked about diet as well.
Right.
Down to Dr. Sabi's village in Usha Village, we learned so much about the food that we eat here in America. Mm-hmm. I was just so, I guess, bamboozled, you can say, when I was down there. Just able to leave the room and pick up mangoes and eat the mangoes and realize all the benefits that the mangoes had. Now, the mangoes we have here versus down there is completely different. A lot of things we have here is GMO. So when you look at the effects of GMO, it don't have any benefits to the human body. Versus everything down there is pretty much medicine. Food is medicine.
Right.
So it made me look at the diet completely different. And those people down there have less than what we have here, but are much healthier and much happier.
That's right, man. I personally thank you for sharing that is what we need to hear. And how close is Miss Kimberly?
I'm here.
How you doing?
How are you doing today?
Great to have you on the show, but I just want some of your testimony dealing with the CBD and lupus, because I have a friend, matter of fact, several friends that suffer from lupus. And I see the deal is, by you and Brother Hightower being, I'd say bold for lack of a better word, by being bold enough to go to Honduras to deal with Dr. Sebi, to take on that experience, share that experience, it will open a door for other people who may presently suffer from lupus and different types of ailments or diseases or whatnot, so they can relax and they can know, that, hey, let me try something that might can benefit and that can save me. You know, I want to get rid of all of the stigmatisms and all of the non-factual arguments people may have. I want to get rid of the fear factors, and like Brother Hightower said, and deal with something that is natural on this planet from this universe. So how has CBD helped you in bettering your life?
I can say that CBD has changed my life completely. I was diagnosed with lupus in 2013. They had placed me on steroids, narcotic medications, anything you name it, they placed me on it. And the only thing those medications were doing, in my opinion, were causing other issues. And with those other issues came more medications. And I was plagued with so much pain that I wanted an alternative. I wanted something else to try. So we went down to Dr. Sabi's village. We tried the natural herbs. The natural herbs was amazing. Changed diet. It changed my life. Then we heard about CBD, did our education on CBD. I tried CBD. CBD has been absolutely amazing. With the help of CBD, I have been able to wean myself off of all medications with the exception of an over-the-counter medication every now and then.
Right, and the side effects, the side effects must be a lot different from the side effects of the pharmaceutical drugs.
With CBD, honestly, I have no side effects. When you're using straight marijuana with the THC, you have, some people say they have hunger and sleepiness and all that. With CBD, I have absolutely none of that. I am able to function 100%. I can still drive. I can still make decisions. I can still cook. I can do everything that I need to do to function as a normal adult.
So you took your life back.
I got my life back 100% using CBD. And not only myself, once I educated myself and learned the benefits of CBD and started using it, I gave it to my mother, who is a senior citizen who was having issues with her knees. Now, mind you, I'm not a medical doctor, but she has bone on bone and needed knee replacement surgeries. She was told. She started using CBD, and now she is not 100% pain-free, but she's able to function.
And that's what it's about. Now, let me ask you this. Now, was it difficult with getting your mother to try the CBD? Was she like, I don't know, you know?
You know, in our elders are kind of set in their ways.
Right.
And when the doctors tell them something, they kind of listen because they say they the doctors and you not a doctor.
Right.
But when my mom was actually seeing how CBD was helping her daughter, because not only do I have lupus, I have ulnar nerve damage where I have a neurostimulator implant. So when she's seen the benefits of CBD affecting me, she said, let me give it a try.
Right.
Let me see how this is going to help me. So she took a chance and she used it.
See, I mean, this is so big. A lot of people not understanding what's actually going on. But I hope we can spell it out before the end of this show. Now, CBD is a natural herb on this planet from this universe, which we are indigenous people. Now, and I'm taking this off of Wakanda. The colonist mindset the narrative is so embedded within our mindset to where we train to go against something that's natural that came on this planet in this universe, and we've been trained to fight against something that would help us. And it's a shame, but people like yourself and Brother Hightower are breaking grounds with teaching this and moving past the fear and waking people up to something that can help them and save them money. And you can also make money as well with the CBD. And that's the part I want to get into the money making aspect of CBD. Brother Hightower.
Yes, sir.
Sister Kim, I really appreciate your testimony, and it's going deeper than just the simple fact of CBD. This is also spiritual in a sense, and it's groundbreaking. This is freedom. This plant-based freedom right now we talking about. You know what I mean? We finna put another key into the lock and open this lock. But on the economic benefit of the CBD, Brother Hightower, how is that rolling?
The economic benefit, man, everyone, once again, my girl and I, when we first started this, we was one of the first people to start selling CBD inside the Black community. We started probably last year in April, May. The first time we set up at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, which is a great institute to come to on the first Saturday. And we set up our table, and our presentation was probably the weakest presentation, but we just wanted to get the information, the products out to people. Our first day there, we was there about 3 or 4 hours, man. And we made easily $350 in like a couple hours. And this is, no one knew anything about CBD. So you got to realize we spent a lot of time educating people to even try the product, let alone purchasing the product.
Right.
The economic way that once again you can make money is, first of all, everyone needs some form of medicine. And the good thing about this medicine is it does so many things. Mm-hmm. So if you have a headache, if you got a problem with sleep, you got a problem with inflammation, you got a problem with energy, CBD pretty much is almost like the cure-all. I ain't gonna say it cures, but it pretty much has so many benefits. So because of that, there's so many ways you can make money. So you got the edibles. We make a lot of money from the edibles. We have a lot of customers that purchase the edibles, such as the gummies. And you got to realize, the gummy is almost like candy. Most people are eating candy and getting no nutritional value from it whatsoever.
But riding tea, huh?
That's it.
That's it. That's how you get.
There you go, riding tea. So imagine if you're taking an edible that has something that's in there for your body that's going to help make it better. It's like, to me, it's a no-brainer. So you got the edibles. You got the tincture that you put underneath your tongue. And we know everyone or someone is suffering from some type of illness. So as far as to making money, like you said, you can, first of all, our prices is pretty much can beat just about anybody here in Houston when it comes to going to the smoke shops. That's what I pride myself in. So you can go to the smoke shops and get the CBD products. Most likely our products will be 10 to 25% cheaper than what they have in stores. As well as us selling online, we cut out a lot of overhead. So I don't need a storefront.
Right.
We don't have a storefront. So everything we do is online. So you look at that, we're already making money. So for example, some of the wholesales that we do, depends on what type of gummies and how many milligrams, that plays another factor. You can buy gummies from us between $25 to $35. Those same gummies, you can retail it double the price.
Come on.
And we're just talking about gummies. We're not talking about vapes, which I'm against the vapes, but I have alternative to the vapes that I talk about. I don't discredit people that use the vape, but just I don't do it. And it's just based off research I have done. The tinctures work very good. For people that have dogs and cats, we have, well, not cats, but dogs, we have CBD for dogs. And you got people that's animal lovers that spend a lot of money taking their dogs to the vet. Maybe it's for anxiety or depression or whatever, but CBD actually helps with the pets. So it's a win-win situation when it comes to health and money. With my program, Hightower School, you can go to Houston CBD. I should have the link on there. If not, you can go to Houston CBD on Facebook, and I have a link on there where you can actually purchase the class. In that class, I go into more detail. Matter of fact, the class is only $97. And if you get the class within the next 2 days, with the class, you're going to get a 30-minute consultation with me. You'll get access to the wholesale and distribution list that I have. You also go get access to cannabis cultivation, where I would talk a little bit how to cultivate if you're in a state that's legal to make your own CBD plants. And you get pretty much the live class, because the live classes will actually start October 12th. So for $97, you can't beat that.
Can't beat it.
It's only going to be $97 for a short time. Now, if you look at CBD and look at these CBD conferences, look at how much it costs to go to the conference. Most of these conferences, tickets are $400, $500 a person. That's on the low end. So I'm teaching you everything that you will spend money in hotel, gas, and a ticket. I'm giving it for $97. I'm giving it away. As you see in the classes I did yesterday, it's a free class I did for 3 days. This is a free class that people are charging hundreds of dollars to give you. And I want to give that away free to the community just so they understand the difference in CBD and marijuana, because it's two different things. Both of them having good effects, but it's two different things.
Yeah, but we appreciate those classes, and I want the people, you all, to check out the classes and check out what Brother Hightower was saying, because in some states, it's hard to get that information, or this information is kept from certain members of society purposely. And what you're doing is you creating an equal playing field to where we all can benefit from and learn and grow and make money from. People, I hope you realize, those of you are listening, and this will get out to more people, and they're watching, hear it, later on when they get off work or whatnot. But I hope you understanding that you on the cuff of something that's getting ready to blow up, and you have someone that you can, or you can call them a counselor, or you can call them a mentor, or a teacher, which is a teacher, in this particular field, that you can actually come to. The prices are something that you can afford, but don't sleep on this. And do like everything else, like when Yahoo or Google stock, just when they first hit the scene, nobody invested in it, then it blew up, and everybody said, man, I remember when it was a little or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is the time to get involved, because a year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to be saying, man, damn, I should have, I would, how much money I could have made by now if I just would have got on board right in the beginning stages of it. So don't sleep, man. Do not sleep. This is the time to move, and this is the time to be active within this CBD, because, hey, man, if we can grow anything, man. The brother is teaching you how to cultivate the CBD plant. We got green thumbs, you know what I mean? We come from
Yes, sir.
Families, farms would go down in generations within our families and whatnot, man. It's look here. All that land that your folks done left you or whatever, and you ain't paying taxes on or whatever, man, pay the taxes on the land and go do some CBD and make you some money.
Brother Vince, you bring up a good point, man, because that's one of the lost trades and skills that we have gotten away from. Here in Houston, they have the Palm Center, I want to say on the third Saturday, don't quote me, at 10 o'clock, that they usually teach you how to garden. Come on. And you got to realize, we used to be sharecroppers back then, so we used to know how to do everything when it comes to gardening, but that's a lost skill today. Yes, and right now, if you look at the way the transition, the way it's going, they're the one that's doing all the cultivating and making all the money now, all stuff that we pretty much genetically had ingrained in us.
Right. And it don't make sense, but this sparked my interest, as well as I know it will others. Let's get involved and get involved in this movement. The new cash crop, CBD, and it's Houston's CBD. One more time on your Facebooks and your online. I got to keep
HoustonCBD.com. That's Houston's with an S, CBD.com. Facebook, you can reach us on Houston CBD. If you don't even want to take the class, well, I highly prefer to take the class, but I also have what's called affiliate, okay? In my class, I teach a lot of things and tell you a lot of things that you're not going to hear. So part of my school is the affiliate. So you got people that really want to run a full-fledged CBD business. Well, I got my affiliate program where you can actually just share my link. And if people sign up and get interested in the class, you get a commission off that. So you're not doing nothing but sharing it, and you're helping people, because I know a lot of people that's dealing with some type of pain, some type of ailment. I know a lot of people that's into the greenery, and the only thing you're doing is helping them, as well as I'm paying you for that. So the 15% commission I give off of it, you really can't beat it. The only thing you're doing is pushing a button. Excellent.
Actually, that is excellent. You don't. No, you understand because you teach the course. I see the big picture, but you definitely you understand what's going on. I just come on, people. Let's get involved. Once again, the universe done placed something in our lap to where we have someone that you got access to that can show you. Now, meaning he leading you to the water. He can't make you drink it. He leading you to the water. You know what I mean? He teaching you how to fish. Now he not gonna get the fishing rod and cast a line in the water and hold it for you. But he gonna say, look here, man, it's some fish over there if you want to eat. Do you want to eat? It's fish in the water, man. I'm trying to tell you why. Fish is in the water. CBD is definitely rolling. I mean, in Houston, it's the fourth largest city. Really, that's some say the third largest city. Bruh, we need to be out front running this thing, and we should not be lagging behind.
Well, Brother Vince, I'm glad you said that, man, because this is the fourth largest city in the country, right?
Right.
Me and my girl, we went to the Capitol early this year advocating for CBD and trying to get some of the marijuana laws changed. I would tell you it probably was about, out of the whole state of Texas, it probably about 20, 25 black people of color up in there, out of probably about 700 people. And you got to realize a lot of these laws applies to us.
Right.
So we're affected by the laws. But when it comes to fighting for legislation, as well as making our politician work for us, we're not pushing that envelope. So even if you don't want to get into CBD and you're probably into trying to help your community and help change these laws, when they have CBD events, 420 events that's going to the state capitol, go up there and make your voice be heard. Because there's only so much that we can do. Now, what saddens me is going up there and seeing all these people advocating that don't look like me, but at the same time, they can go on the street and sell CBD and everything else, and the law don't apply to them.
That's right. See,
versus me, I have to do everything by the book, got to make sure the business structure just is a completely different world for us.
Right. But like you say, we got to get involved.
We got to get involved.
Get involved. Look, man,
not to promote any politician, but I would say my state representative Ron Reynolds, man, have really, him and Senator Boris Miles, they really went out and tried to push a lot of laws to change some of the things in Texas. You know, people keep saying Texas is gonna be a while. I disagree. And we need more support. We can change it like this. Once again, we're the fourth largest city.
Right.
Places like Oklahoma that's legalizing it.
Right.
And making money. Come on, Oklahoma. And that's where I'm from. But anyway, the thing about it, you got all these little small places that's legalizing it, but Texas plays a major part when it comes to politics and just overall in this country. So we should be the last people to goddamn change the laws on this. But it goes back to us getting involved and speaking up and pushing our politicians as well as supporting them.
That's right.
My state representative pushed a lot of bills through, but once again, when you don't got to support the community, it's wasted time and effort.
Right, but see, that's true. But see, people like yourself that's educating the community, because when you sometimes you hear CBD, and it's like speaking Greek to some because they don't know the math, the science, the basis behind it. Why is it good? What type of plant is it? Because some people need the full breakdown of it so they can say, oh, that's what it is. Let me get involved, because words matter. And sometimes, other people that, let's say, not part of the community or whatever, they will speak in terms to where they're speaking in a way to where it's over your head, but it's directed at someone. And we needed that catalyst, that person who can say, well, no, CBD is this what it does. This is the purpose. That's speaking the language. And they now they can understand and say, okay, well, I hear Brother Hightower and it makes sense. And I hear the energy, the frequency in his voice, and okay, I'm connecting because we are spiritual people. Yes, and so now they can say, okay, yeah, I get that now. I can deal with that. Let me get more involved. Let me go check him out. And then, and word of mouth is big with us. And then the word of mouth starts spreading. And before you know it, man, now we taking out. But we don't have. It's like you're sort of a representative. We didn't have that representative that would come to the community and break it down. And
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, and not just the black the brown community. And when I'm speaking of the black, I'm talking about the Africans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, you know, the blacks that's in America, the Hispanics, the Dominicans. You're gonna represent all of those. You know what I mean? Because now they can trust, they can trust and feel your word. Now they ready to roll. We're gonna be ready to roll, bro. I appreciate you being on the show, Verbal Pick Radio. And shout out Brother E-Rail at E-Rail at Home Cuisine.
Yes, sir.
EDP, where we will be at the Afro Creole Festival 8888 West Belford, October the 6th at the India House. And if you want your EDP gear, you can go to the Reggae Bodega on 4816 Alameda, 77004. Go in there, man, get your gear, man, and make sure y'all go to Houston's CBD.com. Houston's with an S.
With an S.
And get involved and support Brother Hightower. Man, thank you for being on the show, brother.
Thank you, brother, very much. And once again, if you would please tell me about your podcast, because once again, I'm supporting you as well. And I need people to tune more into this great information that you're putting out, because you're doing a lot of good things in the community that's getting the word out. And once again, you said earlier, we always last behind the power curve when getting information, getting knowledge. And this is part of the information that we're trying to get out to the people so you know what's going on. So if you would, talk about the podcast, the days, the times, and the places people can catch you.
Now, Verbal Pick Radio is a podcast like none other. You can go to YouTube, and that's Verbal, VERBALPIC Radio. Or download the Spreaker app, and you can hear me on Spreaker, and that's the same as Verbal, VERBALPIC Radio. And my show comes on when the spirit hits me. My show is not a cookie cutter show. My show is when people like yourself that has something that's actually beneficial for humanity as a whole, but black in particular, and we come on and we give it to you. My show, Verbal Pick Radio, is for deep thinkers, metaphysics scholars, occultists, religious people who are deep thinkers and who appreciate being part of this dispensation in time within this universe. If you catch somebody on Verbal Pick Radio, they are highly enlightened, intelligent, spiritual beings that have benefit for the whole of humanity. You know, this is one of the best kept secrets, but it's for everybody, but it's not for everybody. Meaning that in this particular place and time, if you are not seeking knowledge and you not willing to advance and forward yourself, then don't bother me. Don't come dealing with Verbal Pick Radio. I don't need that negative energy and that negative frequency pulling me back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But if you ready to roll, then you dealing with Verbal Pick Radio.
Let's roll.
Go out there and get it.
Let's roll.
Let's roll, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey, man, it was a pleasure having you all on the show. And we're going to share this with everybody, man. And everybody tune in and check them out. And we're not through. We're not through, definitely. By no means necessary are we through. Verbal Pick Radio every day. Oh, yeah. And everyday people, the movie, the docudrama, will be coming out soon. You can get your copy also at the Reggae Bodega, and that's featuring D.L. Hughley, Karis One, Erykah Badu, the real Freeway Rick Ross. That's a docudrama that we did, Verbal Pick Radio every day. People, the movie. Get your copy, and we out.